From ECOWAS to ECCAS, why Africa's unity is at risk. Last year, it was Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso leaving ECOWAS. Now, Rwanda is pulling out of the Economic Community of Central African States, or ECCAS. It seems Africa's dream of unity is cracking, and it could cost continents everything. Hi, I'm Sina Exau, and this is Analytica Today. Rwanda's exit from the Economic Community of Central African States, or ECCAS, isn't just a story about regional politics, it's a warning. Because the dream of African unity, political, economic, strategic, is drifting further out of reach. So what happened between Rwanda and ECCAS? Why is this bigger than just one country or one bloc? And why are African nations turning their backs on each other? And who's profiting from the divide? Let's break it down. On June 8, Rwanda pulled out of a Central African bloc, blaming a row over Congo's war. Last year, 3 West African nations ditched ECOWAS. For you, young African watching, this isn't just politics. It's a blow to the dream of United Africa, where 1.4 billion people could wield real power. Let's break it down. Why Rwanda left, how Africa's economic zones are fraying, and why division lets foreign powers exploit our minerals and markets. This is your continent story. Here are the facts. Africa's dream of unity started in 1963 with the Organization of African Unity, now the African Union. The goal? One voice, one market, one future. But cracks are showing, but the vision fading. On Sunday, Rwanda left the Economic Community of Central African States, or ECCAS, after Congo blocked its chairmanship. Congo, backed by the UN report, accuses Rwanda of supporting M23 rebels in its east with 4,000 troops. Rwanda denies this, saying it's protecting its borders from Congo's chaos. This isn't new. Rwanda pulled out of ECCAS once before in 2007 and returned later. But the timing this time is much worse. Rwanda's exit isn't a one-off, it's a part of a troubling trend. Last year, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso left ECOWAS, West Africa's key bloc, after military coups. The reason? Disagreements over sanctions and accusations of foreign influence after their military coups. Instead, they formed the Alliance of Sahel States, a new bloc within its own defense pact, a common passport, and a shared economic plans. What we're seeing is not just a breakup. Regional blocs are splintering. Instead of integration, we're seeing disintegration. Instead of Pan-African unity, we're seeing hardened borders, ideological dividends, and political isolation. This splits hurt, and it is happening just as Africa is trying to launch one of its boldest projects ever, the African Continental Free Trade Area, or the AfCFTA. AfCFTA was designed to do what colonial borders failed to do, bring Africa together. The idea? Create a massive single market, 1.4 billion people, trillions in combined GDP, tariff-free trade across 55 nations. Launched in 2019, it aims to slash tariffs on 90% of goods and unify markets. When implemented fully, it is expected to increase intra-African trade by 45% and cut dependency on outside markets. But here's the challenge. AfCFTA needs unity. It needs functioning diplomacy. It needs trust. Right now, Africa is losing all three, and that comes at a cost. Because, let's be real, the world runs on African minerals. Tantalum, cobalt, lithium, gold, rare earths, power smartphone, electric cars, solar panels. Foreign powers like China, US, France grab them dirt cheap. Why? Because the continent is not united. But what if there was a unified price floor, responsible sourcing agreements, and shared value from these global supply chains? The leverage would be historic, but that kind of power only comes from solidarity. And right now, African solidarity is in a very fragile state. Here's the thing. Africa's problem isn't a lack of resources or talent or even infrastructure. It's division, a division often fueled by foreign interests who benefit from a fragmented continent. Because when African states fight each other, someone else always wins. When we don't speak with one voice, someone else speaks for us. When we pull apart, we lose the power to demand fairness on the global stage. What's the real cost of these breakups? For young Africans, the fight is clear. Only a united continent can claim its destiny, because Africa's strength, real lasting, transformative strength, only comes from unity. Thanks for watching Analytica Today. And if you found this video thought-provoking, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.